The largest cause of air pollution stems from our production of electricity and our common human processes. We commonly use coal and fossil fuels for energy production, and to do so we consume much of these resources through their burning. The gases produced from such burning include toxic substances such as sulfur. These gases are released and pollute the air. Incineration is also a common cause of air pollution. The burning of products, especially common plastic items, releases extremely toxic vapors into the atmosphere. Furthermore, ash from such burning is easily blown by the wind and provides particles for haze and smog, worsening air quality. Transport is a major factor in air pollution. Every day, hundreds of millions of cars plow the streets of the world, ferrying people to every corner of the planet, thus providing quick, efficient transport service. To add on to such, millions of buses and taxi services quickly serve the road of countries. At any one time, thousands of aircraft take to the skies. Their existence is a desperate proof to the extent of our transport systems today. The vehicles of today are powered on engines which use diesel and petrol. The combustion in such engines produces an extensive amount of exhaust gases which heavily pollute the atmospheric environment. Part of our needs to feed the world also tears away its air. Agriculture is a large sector in air pollution in the world. The extensive care placed into farming has led to the development of large-scale farming techniques. Additionally, technology has been utilized to prevent large-scale damage to crops pertaining to pests and diseases as infectable by plants. Furthermore, in large fields that cater to much of the world's hunger, weeds have taken advantage of easy nutrients. To counter the situation of weeds, nutrient supply, and pests, farmers commonly use pesticides, weed killers, and fertilizers on their farms. For easy distribution and spreading, many farmers turn to the sky using planes to spread such chemicals. However, the use of such chemicals is highly damaging to the environment as well as to the local ecosystem. Furthermore, the chemicals contain chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs, which are extremely damaging to the ozone layer. Believe it or not, excrement and waste produce of animals go a long way in air pollution. Cow bath in the form of methane gas counts for more than 50% of the gas's global production. Methane gas is highly damaging for the ozone layer as it wears away the oxygen-based protection of the Earth. Without the ozone, Earth would face much higher quantities of UV radiation, making the livelihood of all living things on Earth threatened. Air pollution presents common short-term health effects due to exposure to air pollution. Under normal circumstances, air pollution levels exposure to air pollution or exposure to concentrated quantities of toxic and poisonous chemicals existing within the atmosphere will lead to hazardous consequences pertaining to health concerns in the way of long-term health effects. Long-term exposure can lead to complications such as chronic respiratory disease, lung cancer, heart cancer, even damage to the brain, nerves, liver or kidneys. Damage to the brain and other organs can prove fatal to the subject. In areas of high pollution, such health effects are pertinent and severe. The most obvious way to prevent the widespread pollution of air is to counter the root of the problem, which is the large use of coal in the generation of electricity. Thus, alternative sources of electricity are sought, such as wind, solar, and hydroelectric plants. The critically acclaimed wind farm method of energy production is an alternative solution to the extensive use of coal and natural gas produced energy. It harnesses the power of the wind. Solar energy is by far the most sensible and alternate way to produce energy. Solar energy merely uses the sun's light and transforms it to electricity. Hydroelectric dams is one of the most enduring forms of energy production today. It returns to the fundamentals of energy production using fluids forced through a pipe to turn a turbine, thus producing electricity. There are several ways to reduce the use of electricity, including to reduce petrol usage, planning journeys carefully such that no excess fuel is wasted, conserving energy, turning off lights when not needed, taking public transport, which lowers the amount of fuel used to transport citizens of a country, and plants such as the Gerbera daisy, peace lily, and English ivy, which are instrumental in removing carbon monoxide from the air.